Welcome to Fanboy and Critic, our show where we go see new movies out in theaters and give you our review.
Both the good and the bad. I'm Joe Ortiz and I'll be your fanboy.
I'm Sam Wike-McClure, I'll be your critic. This week on Fanboy and Critic, we went to go see The Fall Guy, directed by David Leitch, starring Ryan Duckling, Emily Blunt, Winston Duke, Hannah Waddingham, and Aaron Taylor Johnson. And if you don't know The Fall Guy, it's a comedy action romance about a stunt guy who falls in love with his director on set and has to find the main actor who's gone missing. All right, David Leitch, former stuntman. I think this is his first directing job. What did he do well?
I didn't even know that. I didn't know he was a former stuntman. That shows a lot. Shows a lot in this film. The title says it all. The Fall Guy, who are the stuntmen that are always behind the scenes doing all the action stuff that I love. I think he did a really good job at showing that off throughout the whole movie of how dependent we are on them, I guess, in film and the type of beatings they take and what they do, for that next level shot. He did a great job with that. And overall, the cast, I think, again, he knocked it out the park, man. No longer Ken. He's now the Fall Guy. Ryan Duckling. Well, yeah, Ryan Gosling was great. Emily Blunt was great, too. I think that duo, in the trailer I was like, I don't think they're gonna work, but after watching the movie I think their connection was great.
They had good chemistry.
Yeah, really good chemistry. The lines were great in this movie. There was a lot of funny. It's what me as a fanboy wants to see in a movie. I think he hit all the marks for me. I think the overall story, there's layers to this, and that's what I liked about it. Like, you think it's just like this simple plot of like, oh, he has to do this, to do this, to do that, but like you said, it's action, and there's romance, and there's also that plot of like, hey, recognize the stuntman, and he just mixed that all into a ball and made a great movie, and that's where I'm gonna end it.
All right, I don't have a lot of terrible things to say. I think the pacing of this movie was pretty spot on. We got into it like right away. It was just like, here's what happened, here's where these characters are at. One pet peeve that I have in a lot of movies where they really heavily go into voiceover and then just stop. Like he was voiceovering the first part of the movie, and then it just went away. I don't like when that was my biggest problem with Barbie 2 was probably just the voiceover. Like,
I didn't even notice that. That's how much they cut it off. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, he starts off the movie like talking about himself. He's like, I'm this guy. I do this. This is this person. This is what happened. I'm like, we were seeing enough of that without the voiceover. Like, they did a good job of showing and not telling, but then they told us on top. I feel like there was a studio note where the people are like, we don't quite get it. And I don't know. I think all the actors sold it. I think the writing sold it. I don't think they needed voiceover. More dog. As soon as the dog showed up, I'm like, this is like there was an extra like layer to me of liveliness what was happening on it, and the stunts were obviously great. The acting was really great. Mm-hmm. The writing was pretty good. It wasn't super over the top, like, amazing writing. It was like, this is the best. This is as good of a writing as you can expect from an action comedy.
Yep.
Is like, I don't expect anything more subtle for this type of movie.
Yeah.
I think the twist didn't really throw me off at all. It was pretty clear that was what was happening from the beginning, I felt like.
Oh, wow, no.
No? Yeah.
No, I mean, it wasn't like a big twist to me either, but I didn't see it coming. I thought that's what was actually going on.
There's a lot of moments where I think you're supposed to be surprised. I didn't feel surprised, but it was still fun. I think the comedy hit. Maybe a bigger issue for me was that there's a bunch of stuff in the trailer that didn't make the movie. So I'm sitting there like watching the trailer.
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you meant it didn't show a lot, but you're saying
there was like scenes in the trailer that didn't make the movie.
I didn't even notice that.
All right, Jay, try to convince the critics out there to go see this movie.
Critics, you're gonna want to go see this movie because of Ryan Gosling.
And Emily Blunt? No?
We're all in it for Ken, man. But no, critics, go watch this movie. I think the story behind it, and what we don't know about stuntmen really show on this film, and we gotta respect it. So go check it out.
Fanboys, do you really want it spoiled for you how the stunts are done behind the scenes? Do you want to see how they make fun of your sci-fi action movies and how dumb they look to the people making them?
No.
That's kind of how it felt like.
Yeah, sadly.
But that's the best argument. I mean, overall, I would say, like, go see it. But that's my argument. If one word to say, don't go see it. On to the ratings.
This is a tough one for me. I came in there with really high expectations, and it just hit. I'm at a love. I absolutely love this movie. Press the buzzer horn. Next to Dune 2, I think right now it's fighting it for like the best movie of the year so far. We haven't seen much, but before we did this review, I was looking like, man, what other movie was good? Like
Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters was good. What? Oh, that's right. We differed on that.
Yeah. But this one's definitely high for me. I absolutely loved it. It was just a perfect overall story. It had enough of everything that should be in a movie, and it hit all marks for me.
All right. I mean, I'm not gonna deny you. I loved it too.
Yeah.
I think because I really loved Ghostbusters. I probably only rated it amazing.
I think I only rated Dune maybe amazing.
I think I only rated Dune amazing.
Yeah.
So I feel like to me, I mean, obviously they're just two different categories.
True.
Like all three of those movies that I really loved this year are like very different categories. So like I feel like this one edges out like kind of comedy action.
Yeah.
And then Dune was like sci-fi epic.
Yeah.
And like Ghostbusters was like comedy horror, but like just plain comedy. I feel like those three can all maintain a top spot because they're so different.
Yeah. For sure. Those three, minus Ghostbusters 3, but those two for sure. Like this year, they took it from me.
It's just a good time. Like this was a good time. All right, Jay. I think that's it.
No, not another question.
The next segment is the outro. All right, fanboys and critics, make sure to like, subscribe. Go check out our merch. We have new Fanboy and Critic merch and channel merch down below. We'll get some to show off next time. And go check out the Patreon, Discord, and leave a comment. And we'll see you next week for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes or New Planet of the Apes. Whatever the front
they
title
changed
is.
the title. It was The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and they took out the first "the."
So it's Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, because the sounded weird. But we'll see you for the next video.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, I think, did a good job. I think the movie that they were making within the movie, though, everybody's like, this is going to be amazing. I was like, this movie within the movie looks terrible. Maybe that's part of the joke. I don't know.